key, all of them done they notice. I'm not joking, all my guys them know me. Since '06, I've been writing this story. I know be OG, but if you ask them know me. I know they blow trees, only low me low. Music chose me, just know this and know peace. I dey low key, but I'm never lonely. Sexy ladies, come wine for me slowly.
And let's welcome Mr. and Mrs. Plange with a clap. Please keep coming to the next week. Oh, our clappers are small. Clap harder if you get a few. Clap harder if you get a few. So we have in our list. That is Mrs. Plange. Please give us a wave. Mrs. Plange. No, you are not Mrs. Plange, you are Mrs. Plange. Open the rules. That's the way I'll say the truth. Boss, with the request, you go write how to love my wife. The next will be how to love my wife. Okay, so we are blessed to have our altar in our midst with a wife, and then you had a brand ambassador. Please raise your brand ambassador.
Giovanni.
Brand ambassador. Yeah, we will at his age now. Sarah and so, hey, how are you? What's your name? Shout it, what of it? That is Giovanni's brother, Ivan. Giovanni is seated. So, we are about to start our program. And we are uploading it to every single soul, every person around here. I know we didn't get much of the social media people here, but we are going to the social media people that are around. And then, whoever that took the effort to invite another person to come to, we appreciate you that much. We are much grateful. At this point, with Mr. Plange and Mrs. Plange, you are not around, but then I would like you to know that we have the presence of our MP, Mr. Ahenkorah, is in the building. And then lawyer too, and hopefully hoping to be our MP with the NDC party, is also in our building with to kickstart the program, we've already prayed, and then we will call on Mr. Danso, the father of Wisiata. That is why I have here, to please give us a speech and a bit about the book. Please let's welcome Mr. Danso. He might rap for us, so it's in the blood.
Good afternoon to you all. Hope everyone is good. Thank you for this opportunity. I've known Williams for almost 3 decades now. Williams, whenever I meet him at the grandma's shop, there's a word that I always tell him. You will see Williams selling and at the same time doing his homework. But there's a word that I always tell him. Williams, keep working hard, okay? I always keep on encouraging him. As I was growing up, I saw something in this world. The only ingredient that changes the life of a poor child to be at par with the rich is the fear of God and also education. In my house, we read every material that we come across. From Muslim books, Jehovah's Witness books, every book that we come across, we read. Because we know knowledge is power. And at the same time, any child that I come across, I always try to inspire them. Our background is mostly the poor background. And it gladdens my heart when I see a poor child climbing the ladder. It always draws inspiration to the entire world. And for what I am witnessing today is a dream come true. But there is an unsung heroine at the background. And this unsung heroine is William's grandmom. I wish you can give a clap to the grandmom for me. The biological mother, father, they are all there. But sometimes I think grannies sees what we don't see. I was also privileged to have one in my life. That is Kwesi's granny from the mother side. When life becomes very tough, it's there that you see the light shining from these grannies. Young men, young women gathered here. I want to use this as an opportunity to inspire you. When God blesses you and you begin the journey of marriage, take your in-laws serious. Please, put pride aside. You are from a different family background. They are also from a different family background. Try as much as you can to be able to build solid bridges. They are the ingredients for our relationship. At times in the afternoon, when you go around and you see these school children coming home and not having any responsible person to take care of, it's an eyesore. Mommy is working, daddy is working, but you don't know what the children are doing. So the few grannies that we have around, let's handle them well. And that's exactly what this book is all about. It's about every human being is not useless. I think I'm right. No human is useless. I never knew that one day William will become huge and big. But here we are. I saw a tiny boy almost 3 decades ago selling and at the same time doing his homework. Today, he has been able to come out with a life-changing book. This is a book that every life needs. Every human being needs this material to go through. No human is useless. Standing in front of you here, I am also a testimony. When we go around and we see these young ones, we shouldn't despise them. The younger one will one day blossom to become a refined material that will benefit family, that will benefit household, and that will benefit our society. Every life counts in this world. Let us make it a point, as we are about to launch this book, to see to it that every life that we come across, the little we can do is, if we see their hopelessness, let's try to inspire them And when they blossom, we share the glory with them. Thank you very much.
We that have chanced on the book will always be familiar with this name, Mr. Cyril. Mr. Cyril. And we are honored to call on Mr. Cyril to share a bit on the book for us. Mr. Cyril, please, let's clap for Mr. Cyril. Oh, please clap for him. Please clap for him.
So thank you for the opportunity of having me here today. My name is Cyril Cracker, and I'm one of the few people who got the opportunity of reading the book before today. And so when I read the book, it inspired two things in me. The first thing it inspired in me was hope. The book is basically a chronicle of the 32-year journey of a young man, the ups and downs and everything in between. And so when you read the book, it inspires a lot of hope. For you to understand that no matter what you're going through in life, no matter the difficulties, if William has been able to go through all of these and still come up so strong and tall, then everyone can also make it. It gives you the hope that no matter how deep down you are in life, all you need is life itself and that belief in yourself that there is something within you that the world can see and enjoy. The second thing it inspires in me is caution. For those who have everything going on for them, those who have control today, those who have the influence, those who have the power, this book inspires caution. 25 years ago, William was my student. I taught him in class 3 and also in class 6. 25 years ago, he was a helpless boy. He had no influence, he had no power. That time, I, as his teacher, I had the power. I had the influence. I had the power to choose whether to love him or not. I had the power to choose whether to care for him or not. I had an influence to affect him positively or negatively. Then I decided that I'll show them love. I'll show them care. I gave them all the support that I could give at the time. I did all what I did, not knowing that today William was going to become a CEO. I didn't know that William was going to become an author today. I didn't know that William was going to become an international award winner. I was just being myself and being human at the time. When I read his book, I realized that tables do change, tables do turn. Today the tables have turned. 25 years back, I had the power, I had the influence, I had the power to choose. But today the tables turned, and William now has the power. He has the power to choose who gets to read his book before it is launched. He gets the power to choose who stands here to talk about his book. Question: if I had been harsh to him 25 years back when I had the power to choose, if I didn't love him 25 years back when I had the power to choose, today that the tables have turned, I'm not sure I would have had the opportunity of standing here today. So my advice is that for those who have the power today, those who have the influence, those who have the chance, be careful how you treat people. They might not look like it today, but you can't tell what tomorrow holds. 25 years ago, William never looked anything like this. 25 years ago, nobody could tell that one day William was going to be launching a book today. 25 years ago, nobody could tell that William was going to be an international award winner. So today you might have somebody in your life who may be vulnerable, who may be weak, who may not have the power today. You can't tell what happens in the next 25 years. Because no human is useless. let's be careful how we treat people. Thank you very much.
So that is our class 3 and class 6 teacher. He ended his speech with, no human is useless. If no human is useless, then let me take this honor to invite the author and the reason why we are here. Let's welcome Mr. Plange on stage.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to have everyone here with me. So my name is William Plange, and what I do is I make people feel good about themselves. Now in 2017, I met this friend. He opened my mindset, and then he's the reason why this book came to life. And I want to introduce him to you. Now this guy made me understand that there's something special inside of me that needs to come out for the world to see. And everyone seated here is the same. You all have something special inside of you, and it needs to come out regardless. So I want to introduce him to you now. His name is the Invisible Mark. Now in our Bible we say that God created us in His image. The world was null and void. There was total darkness. So if the Creator says He created us in His own image and He's a creator, it means we are also creators. And the first thing He did was He created light. It was total darkness, and then He created light. This is my best friend. This is you, this is me. Now let's look at this. When I pour this hot water, it's mud. It is black. Then He reveals something hidden. We are all special. We all have something deep inside of us. And God gave it to all of us. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are. It doesn't matter. I just want you to know that you all have something special inside of you that needs to come out for the world to see. So this is my best friend. And I want you to take this friend as well. So I'll take you through my journey. No human is useless. What is hidden must come out. Now, from toddler to teen, my childhood in phases. Christiata's dad said, yes, this is the bar. This is where I grew up. And that's my grandmother. At this time, I thought I was from a rich home. Because anything I want, my grandmother would provide it. So when I was growing, I realized that no, it was so different. So there's a small room in this bar. At that time, my mom was serving my grandmother, so she was running it. And then me and my sister, we all lived there. Now from school, I come back to selling alcoholic beverages. And after school, I sell, I do my homework. And that was the everyday routine for me. And then my sister. And sometimes, now I smile and say, me truck, you go turn sign, you go find some Tamasco. Now you truck. Sometimes, when my classmates in Bana, I'm a ferry. Because sometimes I don't want to go because I don't want to see my classmates, especially the ladies. It's normal. So that was my childhood in the bar. Now this is my school, Good Shepherd Preparatory School. You can see my teacher there, Mr. Kraka. Amazing man. He had love for everybody. But one thing I remember is, I'm in Pempa. At home, I'll always be seen barefooted. To show what I say, William Shempa, now where can I see it? My share size 45. I was 43. But one day for me, he saw me in tower, and he grabbed me by the hand and he took me home to the bar and told my mom to get me a slippers to wear. I remember that part. He always made sure that everybody in the class was doing better. And I want to say thank you to him. Can we go back, please? And so that's Keso. He's on his way here. I hope you know him. Keso. He was my mate. So let's move on. Now, so I went to Prince of Peace, then to Chemu Secondary School. And in Chemu, something happened. I was offered science. We do school, I'm a JSS mate, girl. I free Prince of Peace. I will have a class. It may sound a science course now, not because you're not. Because of a woman. And definitely what? I can waste time, I'm a doctor. Then I moved on to Cape Coast Polytechnic. My grandmother played a very amazing role here. So that time, I think Legon, and of course, I know we family called Cape Coast Polytechnic, and I'm a marketing woho. Went to school for me, so from that time. Then later, recently, I went to Wisconsin to do a short course there. Now, this was my roommate, Dixon Butchie. He had genuine love for me. Like, and it was genuine. On schedule, but he passed away last 2 years as a military officer. And I want to say RIP to Dixon Butchie. May his soul rest in peace. Now in life, you know, our goal is the same. You know, be per comfort, success. All of us here, our goal is the same. But it's just that our roots are different. Into the ball, we'll be rapid, we'll be a juma, we'll be baby, and sana or tiny, sad dream na ye peno. But mistake I say, we always compete with our friends instead of we competing with ourselves yesterday against tomorrow. We compete with our friends, and that's a mistake most of us we do. Into roots we one for baby and they do baby I didn't know I'll be here doing this. I was a very good footballer. For those who know, they know. I have some of my players here with me. You know, I was a striker. By now, I should have been playing in Europe. I was a very good footballer. And I was doing music too as well. So it was part of, I hadn't found myself yet. I was still searching for who I was supposed to be. Then my purpose on earth was revealed to me. Now, I met Bro Ifak. He's called The Truth. He's an old man. He was supposed to be here, but then he has a program. Now, this is the revelations about my birth, growth, spirituality, and even my death. He told me what was going to kill me. And the things that he told me, about 80% of them are happening now. He's an astrologer. What is an astrologist? So my friend who was into music, that's his dad. Now I wanted to know that this music thing was what I was supposed to do in life. So he said, oh, my dad can just tell you that. So I went to the man. Now when the man saw me, he was like, what? I am striving to be like you spiritually, but I'm still not there yet. I didn't understand. And he said he's older than me physically, but spiritually, he's a small boy to me. I didn't understand it. And so I gave him my details, my date of birth, my time of birth. I didn't know that, so I gave my date of birth and where I was born. Then he asked me to come the following day. The next day I went, this man said things that happened in my childhood, and he told me that I'm capable of seeing angels. And I remember when I was about 5 years old, at a bar, 25, I saw a creature. That time I thought it was the Mary statue because we used to go to Roman that time. I thought it was a Mary statue that somebody has come and placed there. So I saw it, it was glowing. Very beautiful lady. And she was just standing there and watching towards my direction. Then I rushed to call my grandmom that Mary statue that we see on the direction. It's really now, me pointing at you know, but I was seeing it. I was seeing the so the man referred me to that. Michelle, when I was 21 years, he referred me to those things. I'm like, I remember I saw those and I said, Auntie, Uncle One Frey will be an call, yeah. He had a message for you. But you see, I wouldn't hear, what do you think, baby? I can't like women stuff. Silent action. But if you strive and then you are capable of seeing them again before you leave this world. So quit the music. You are supposed to do God's work by helping people become better. I didn't get it. I was all about the music because so the coast stage now so I thought I was very good with music. I didn't get it. So he taught me the food that I eat that helps my spirit grow. He said I can even leave my body, go places, find remedies. Like when somebody is sick, I can find those things that can help the person, get well. All these things happens now, but I'll get to that part. So religion enslaved me and almost changed my dreams. I said, you don't need any human being to introduce you to God. Now I find myself in a church. In this church, they preached poverty as the gateway to heaven. That was their main motive. School and fasobia and so. Then this man was saying this, but in the Baku school, that was not a car. The boss here, he's learning to become a seafarer. Did you in the Baku school? Or how not be preaching about can I see you? The one school in the bar, I saw the uncle. Then, as well, in a way, it changed my life. Kakra, with the aspect say, if you know bunny but they instilled fear in us. And so me and my guys, my guys were joining, and then we're all because we need to please our maker. That's what they're saying. So for 8 years I was there like that. 8 years. Then the man was preaching. Was going to be doing shit at all. Now your exams so pass here, not the amount. For 8 years, Sebi I can be holding one. I'm a medicine. I can pass here. So we're mentally enslaved. So one day I called my friend. I was like, Charlie, maintain your BSc. Yanko Bompai. It will Yako Children's Park. Almost our heart to be was our partner. So we go there. First day we prayed, and I have the sight to see visions. I'm blessed with that, and that is helping me all my life. It's a vampire. You put to her na me say man the voice. Ubanya me man me do share na your exams pass another amount. Then few seconds another voice came that me nyango pa me nyesa ade no because me man ba ma se na on bebre. Because ba as na obre a fa so be na me nya wo ho. It uba say be go na nya ho to not me assume ye. Then another voice told me say be sha ye. So I saw myself in the church. The purpose of the prayer was to help my friends. Now we take one person there, we dedicate that night for that person. The next thing I saw is envelopes that has our names on the envelopes. That Ghana must go back. And I did so it was so brave. So you catch us out there, it will be very difficult for you to find it. Then the voice told me, said, man, now or 2 million or the Obano will man. Now I check. Not the man in Bano. And I was I jet to her, now on what show. Then I told my friends. At that time, some of them were not too mature spiritually, but some who knew me took what I was telling them. Then next thing we went to church, the man started fighting us. I don't know what how did he even know? Say I think and I told him that we should just continue on, mind if you know. And then we were doing it. Now the body could shame 2 years, or could see 2 years. Obebano Sika. No, I was seeing it dying. No, I was shame ra amaye. Ya timuno. I shame amaye. Na ye so. If until rules now punish show. It was all going like that. And me, I was still praying. One of my friends, I think he's here. He's here. It's also that in Paiwan also that I say, the chains, I should say, and a cars baby, I say, and a towing car see ho. The towing car see when the man is ordering, saying, if I am holding entry cars now, say, no. What's the towing cars? It's madam for no, the chain say, yana, room, Johnny. Then the man was ordering, saying, Chinembra. Money, oh, that's a cheap madam for him, bro. And then he ran. Within few weeks, or 2 dummy, and I'm down for friend and say, Charlie, when immigration, you were quite now. I said, me pay 1 2 immigration forms. He's now an immigration officer. And then he had his breakthrough. Then God has been doing it for all of us. It's because a religion enslaved me and almost changed my dream. But I believe the Christ now he is closer, he's inside of us. And you don't need anyone to introduce you to God. God is within you. Nipa, you don't need anyone because it's for their own good. It's to have a personal relationship with God. Let's move on. This is a funny story. Fake breakthroughs. It's your hand a year. This is my brother. He's called Alan. He's a German born. And then, my big grandmother, Mrs. Taba, and our one. It will be a year. When the guy saw me, he loved me genuinely. Okay, yeah, my driver's license, mommy. I said, I'm going to help you. If you ask your home, sometimes someone say, we should have been paying. Aha, that's actually a coachy. And you find the fake breakthroughs. Now, I didn't mean on the seminar or the seminar and say, this is a hierarchy of the family. You see Agatha here. Agatha is my grandmother, and this is AC. So Agatha, our channel. Say Agatha now is under my mom and then me. And our partner is new Patience Alois John Francis Sammy and our lesson our Alan. Now Patience Alan Pema Seminar. Okacha they say maybe we are distant from them. He should just focus on those who are closer. Now familyness there, you know. If I lost Alan, many Kasaka, and Alan so called a fake breakthrough. Let's move on. The forest. Now, at a point in time, we knew Juman yet. In a way, they are mocking me. I took a personal decision to leave town because depression is high. Into a higher bishop of this same church I was telling you about. But this bishop was a different person. He was encouraging the youth to get a job to do because and so he was encouraging us. Into this is that there's no electricity, no good drinking water. Into the daily routine was until like almost 4 hours. Eco farm, na yakosia banche, na dia but they will all eat. Sa na a day. So one co farmer, I will train mama bansa we did. Eco farm also we need a radio ho. No it was a very beautiful experience, and I say that this is the best university I went to because it opened my mind. Ewa na sometimes you go who so be a green. We shall not boys na sanamanum. Hey. Now so come dem it mean dem so no bia. It's not a share fridge mo. But it was I never felt sick. Now I have say and between one day when I extended help to people, no say William, thank you, William, God bless you. William, I feel so good inside of me. And that gave birth to my first business idea that I called Mr. Plange, the errand boy. And the errand boy was basically, I'm busy, like I'm busy over that time. I'm setting in, I'm around some more, maybe I'm pay groceries. I don't pay, I'm setting in, so I had contact with some people in the society. Judges for them, for police for different way, and I feel so countermanto. Saying him ho. So I want 3. Now I call her, now I copy shoes. Now with the 2 status. But the 2 these same people I run errands for. No one I want talk my dear, they were recommending me. It me 2 shoes. Now if you be asked mommy, now me they are commando. This was all the routine. I brought up this and say, yeah, I'm here for almost me and Kombano. I go to assist them. So the forest gave me this first business idea, the errand boy. The invisible mag when I'm the chairman, or this mag during the errand days, I say, Lady B, hey, now catching so I have some numbers until I could help you sell this. So I send me video. Now me post now the number 2 and to be frame ya. Na my catcher no, now my sending this kind of my commission kakra. Now it was ongoing. Into me catcher and say, oh, video na I one way. So send me another video. Now me fan 2 na men tong. This time I was sending video or the number 2 so. I'm saying, mommy. Now number there to see me the 2 ha. Na so o me fraud directly me nya hwe. It me so you number no na me yenya de say na mommy see on yet. Now, I go for frame. When it's not yet, Mark will fee. And I'm using who the main can. It's not, it was last, I think, 1,500 cities that time. Now, a Jumabi and Chinese a Jumabi. It's not be 7,005. Now, this Kalina, she, when I'm a tall Mark, machine or Kitwa, or China. We probably should say we do. It is 3 weeks' time they will do it. And I started producing it. I think the next month, I had a deal worth 3,000 cities. And then I made back. Just in a month, I made that money, and Invisible Mag has been going on. As you see, I've fused my story into it, which I displayed from the onset. Now, the secret to sales success, how my nephews became my ambassadors. Get a hook. We a business person, you need to get a hook. Get a hook. People are moved by what people, their motive, the moon, the Ahenkorah can fa baby home. That's what people are moved. Yet, so I realized that with my nephew, Giovanni, with the 2 mistakes, sometimes every video assess now we post it. Then people were like, he's so adorable. So I thought like, okay. And there's a bit of idea. We need Giovanni no delivery, And I did that until we share Kwesi P. And then it was all like that. You call banks. Now me call up that national and say, "Na me ni area na Giovanni, aye, delivery And people were. I wasn't abusing him though, because me pay fifia also. Also inti. But then never Uber now we didn't need me. China yenya yakone yakoye. That was a sales hook I used that it helped me get the numbers in my selling. Thank your enemies; they paved the way. Now, my grandmother is an amazing woman. Yeah, from the onset, he's an amazing woman. He played a role as a father because my father wasn't there. But my father made the name so I to my company so said Mr. Plange services. That you'll get it. Then he'll come and look for me. So thank your enemies, they paved the way. At the point in time, my grandma, none of what trainer. Until I say a dynamic team, or I saw the rent. So it's either I rent it or I move out. Now, I'm with my as a menu, my papa, and then you could share that friend. I saw you for some make it be not that I saw on yet. And I'm so registered, I said 1,000, I'm going to call her, say, I pay 1,000 cities in a demand. I did say, yeah, because bread, tea, pampabi. Hey! Now, when says, can I do 1 week, into 1 week, and then he was asking for 1 year again. I'm like, now it was tough. I rented it for 1 year. My mom rented it for me for 1 year. It was tough. Now, me dear me Diane, crash it, 2 dynamo, now what de me, number 2. Me too man, crash it, build and I showed them. Now I rented me Diane, just leave my room for me. I wasn't having my privacy. And so time also, he was demanding for another one, but I had to move out. And this is what I had. This is what I had. This room could take my mag machine, you can see there, a table, my student mattress. And God bless my wife. Because she was there. Now, this picture, every human being is jealous. Obia is jealous. Myself, I'm jealous too as well. But me fanya boni. At the point I was competing with my friends. The person say I say challenge. And that's a big mistake to do. Compete with yourself. Now my friends they be my climbing ladder kakra. I was jealous, but my fanya boni. Be this one here, ebon paye. Echenya me say, into the ben and be so me de. So this time I met the chairman be online, a white man, introducing me to a group in the States. So go back a bit. So I was still in this room and I was doing videos, telling my story, telling them the marks, showing them the marks in the heat. And then there was a small window, and I'm a fan of the neighbor heat. You see, me imagine say 2 years there. After 2 years, me free her. But I titled this part, "Thank your enemies, they paved the way," because my grandmother did a very good job for me. By this time I was still be in the house, and I wouldn't be. I can worry a po. It is sometimes to be your baby. It's like think deep. Fako kakra. Ebi I mean say you fi baby na or the baby shansa. Because sometimes it is sometimes we say obi o hona ni fi ahye. Na wo so na NG obi abeboa no ma peda ma. Yakobon be so ma ni free ho. Now can you say unko because it is a one share. Or should they then obi peda ma obeko. So thank your enemies, they paved the way. To me, I feel say it's for a good purpose. So thank your enemies, they paved the way. Now the American connection, how one introduction led to countless international opportunities. I use LinkedIn more. LinkedIn is my favorite app. It's one day now me nam LinkedIn me who this man David Sefia will make it post. Say Ghana is a wonderful place. I had a good time. It me who and I got show as I say, hey, it's Uba Ghana na. I didn't know him. I just passed a witty comment and then he said, "Oh, next time I'll look for you." Then I told him my story. He said, "Oh, I'm an errand boy, may you say, but I need some advice. When you have the opportunity, don't go and ask for money. This is what I want to tell everybody. When your opportunity say, Obiafro, paying Biafro, say, bra. Then I'm in Yamawa, in Bisaska. Bisa for connections. So I told this man, I want my story to be heard. Into introducing me to groups for US, erudites. So I may call on me, yeah, me, this woman, me come stories from the forest. It's me showing social bar. No matter say, every human being is special. We all have something hidden inside of us that needs to come out. But you need a push to make it come out. Let's move on. Photo. The hidden audience, you never know who is watching. Any good thing you are doing, please do it. Because people are watching. People are watching. I didn't know some woman was tracking me for like a year, seeing my post on LinkedIn all the time. One day he called me, he sent me a mail, said, William, we are having the Caribbean Global Awards in London. I've been seeing your work. I love your marks. I want the world to know that it is for you. I thought it was a scam. It because check it. Like say people were and I saw some proofs. And I'm saying, okay, why not? And then they nominated me. I didn't do any votes. My votes be Nancy, my friend said they are giving me the award. So yes. I had the opportunity to join this group too as well, Adrian Network. And also, you have a lovely story. Now, stories pays. Story. Oh, story, it pays, especially in US. Now, your friends say, they are not paying you for that time. They are paying you for me. They'll pay me for the time I lived in the forest, the time I was sacked from home, the time I was crying, the time I was supposed to give up, but I didn't give up. They are paying me for all those things. And people, all of you have a story. And stories pays. Please, let's move on. Trust your intuition, navigating spiritual connections. I am blessed with visions. The man told me, I didn't know, but as I grew up, it is working. So, and the angel on a bicycle. Now me Coca-Cola, me use my Coca-Cola. Into me pon aju 11. This happened in November last year. And aju 11. Into also mo yes some overhead be o junction mall ho. Me now know how you sum me kwa na me bon pie say Nyankopon. Now I have connections in the United States. Me pay juma ho. And I want to move there. Into be yama me a. But if I can say me to me who angels. Be say me who be in there. Overhead na say me kind of be machine na me ba it will do the darkest part of the place no and I'm saying from abibo na fe me machine be say be jai pa ibonebo I'm saying no amembo maybe na me share in there. So when I got there me this will be cheap bicycle e o me chi it me dane me hona mama the kwan so me trim I turned. And the guy riding the bicycle was wearing a big shirt that has an American flag in the shirt. And I'm being shaming. I'm saying, Adiafa. And then in February, I had a job in the United States. There's this guy who was my friend. He bought my mug. He just called me, say, the Jumani is expanding into Obese Mebuano. And I'm saying, oh yeah, sure. Because I cook, you know, say, Jumano, what have you? Because I feel I'm worried. I say, William, I was contemplating, but I took the bold step, and then I took the job. So we are still on the job, and it's moving smoothly. Now let's go back. I want to explain this. Now I say that God lives in you. You don't need any human being to introduce God to you. I did this collage this year, January. I put a baby girl here. I put the dollar. I put traveling, I put US, I put a car, and I put a house. It has been on my phone since January. I think you can see it. It's still on my phone. Now, my wife was pregnant. I said, I want a baby girl. He wants the boy. She wants the boy because almost family in Mbankwa. And I'm used to my nephews in Bemankwa. It's blended. So I did this. So the job came first in February. So I'm paid in little dollars, kakra. I had this job, and then Caribbean Global Awards, they've awarded me, and then they've given me the visa to come for the award. My first salary, I was able to acquire land. There's not a house yet. But I understood you not having a place to sleep. I understood it because when I was sacked, it was tough. The first thing that came to my mind today is secure your place. So we are in the 7th month, right? So in 7th month, and today is exactly 2 weeks, I had a baby girl. Yes, I had a baby girl just last 2 weeks. And this is a spiritual connection. You need to, I don't know how I do it. Maybe it's a gift. But I can go deep spiritually when I'm alone in the room. So anything you ask God, He's supposed to do it for you. And He has given us angels. We will be our angel. If today time we say, "Man, will be introducing me now." If our angel no, we will be the new source. No be the need dear but now now gene dear na. That's in Tokaba. You lose the fight. Obi an angel. Into the now we jaw there to Ragofa. Obi oye but yeah. You will always lose the fight. Please let's move on. No one will support you until you help yourself. You need to help yourself before someone. Because Oba say we mboa. Reason ben on mboa. So to me baby do baby. Eti dey am gase me ko bi nche wan boa me na wa fa no time. O to me mboa ba on ye baby nche no. Please let's move on. Turn every situation into a business. So I created situations. I use this. These are all my businesses. Me the situations the creative business no. Tour guide. Oboni be sra me no call tour na me say no. So me need to between na tour. I should create a business from it. Now me create the tour guide. Consult. I have some experiences. So people in China, I can advise them. I did this business coaching. These were all created from situations I go into. Let's move on, please. So passing on the gift. That is what is dear to my heart. Move on. I love kids generally, so I'm using this no human is useless thing. I'm moving to schools. I go there to encourage the kids. So this is Mexico school. I was supposed to go to Shepherd first, but I had to go to Mexico. They invited me there, and this is what I really want to do, because I want to change the narrative of, especially Tamakomti 2. But we need to start with the kids. So this is what I'm all about now. I go to schools and inspire the kids to become better people. My achievement, I've said all of that, so let's move on. I was privileged to come to be featured on the Times Square billboard in the United States. So that's my logo here. And I paid $0. Let's move on, please. So Times Square billboard, Caribbean Global Awards winner. Tisia Macho book, and I'm also co-authoring a book in Australia that will be coming up later in this year. And there's an invitation to Canada to speak. They had a Jankanu Festival of Tourism, and I hope I will be there too as well. No problem. So that is me. No human is useless. This is my journey and me now. So all I want to say is never look down on anybody. Tables do turn. Thank you.
If you are not joining us, we welcome you. You've made a greater part of our interaction and then knowing the altar. But then, at this point, or where we've gotten to, we would like to welcome we have honorable people around us. Most of us everybody is honorable, but we have honorable people around us. So we will give them the platform to talk to us. They were previewed to read a book, so we'll give them the platform to talk to us. We welcome Lawyer James Enu, the NDC parliamentary candidate for Clement. Please let's clap for him.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here on this occasion of the launching of this book, No Human is Useless. What is hidden within you must come out. Very, very amazing book. Indeed, I have not been able to read everything, but I just read the first chapter, but definitely I'm going to read from the beginning to the end. And I think that it's amazing watching you guys and reviewing the book. You know, the intellectual exchanges that was ongoing here was very beautiful. I must say that this is a book that everybody must read, because even the first chapter that I read, I noticed that it is very motivational, very inspiring, and I think that every youth should be given the opportunity to read this book. Like the author said, Mr. William Plange, you know, everybody has a unique talent that God has given to them, you know. And that is why he's saying that no human is useless. Everybody has a talent. And I believe that in this world, all we are seeking to do is to identify our talent and to develop it. Because if you are even able to identify your talent, you need to take a step further to develop it, because the talent is a raw material that you need to process, you know. So the first hurdle of even identifying your talent is a big one, and then after that, developing it. You know, most of the times people are confused. They don't know the career patterns that they need to pursue. They don't get proper advice, and they don't know what to do at certain points in time. We have all gone through that period before, and I'm happy that the author attended school at Chemu Secondary School. I'm also an old student of Chemu Secondary School, so yeah. And you know, my story is similar to his, because I was also a science student and I went to do arts yeah, and became a lawyer. You know, so I think that at certain points in time we all get confused. You want to do one thing, you are confused, you don't know whether you're on the right path and all that. And the other observation that I've made as far as this book is concerned is the fact that this book adopts a holistic approach to life. You appreciate that the author is not seeking to address only physical things that we need to do, but it's also looking at the spiritual aspect, the divine aspect, which is very crucial, because life is made up of the physical and the spiritual. If you only focus on the physical and concentrate on the physical without the spiritual, you are disadvantaged. It is important for us to connect to the divine. There must be a God factor in our life. It's very, very, very important, because the Bible says that the watchman can watch, but if the Lord does not keep the gate, he watches in vain. So that God factor, which is embedded in this book, is very, very, very important. A holistic approach to life. Amazing book, very revealing. So I would like to end here. I don't want to say much. I have some other programs waiting for me. And let me say, I'm very much delighted to be here. I'm so much enthused to be part of this book launch. I am leaving an envelope behind to support the program. When you open... So thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Lawyer James Enu, the NDC parliamentary aspirants. Since we've done NDC, then we have to do MPP too. And we are honored to have our honorable MP for Tema West in our midst as lawyer. Hey, boss, I come for a lawyer. Mr. Carlos Ahenkorah. Please, let's clap till he gets here. Please and please, let the clapping come. The clapping is not coming, please.
I don't just bring it two personalities to one room, but even making them sit at the same table. He's a great guy. And I must say that his writing prowess is not the only thing that's going to take him far, but maybe his power of uniting people is also going to help him if he continues that angle. Why do I say this? NDC, MPP are not enemies. We all desire for the same aspiration. But of course, we all know that there's tension anywhere there's MPP, anywhere there's NDC. I'm sure if you witnessed that in enough elections, you would bear me out on this one. So for you to be able to bring the two of us together, I must say Mr. Plange is a quite remarkable guy, and I want you to clap for him. If he didn't hear this part, so if anybody would tell him later, I'll be grateful. When this gentleman came to my house to announce his work in terms of this book launch, but I was very much enthused about the fact that in becoming a member of parliament, you don't get to hear too many of those achievements. People will come to you and they want money. They don't even want work. Some of them, when you give work, they leave the work midstream because why? The money is not good. And so on and so forth. So when I realized that this gentleman has gone into his creative intuition, I just said to myself, something great is about to happen in Committee 2 BBC. In my 7 years or so of being a member of parliament here, I've had very good relationship with my youth in the constituency, especially in BBC, where the navel of MPP was buried. I've come across various categories of people with innovation or innovative ideas, people in music, people in football, people in cinema, and so on and so forth. I did my best as a member of parliament to see how I can enhance the potentials of these people as much as I could. So, of course, if you are here in Tema or you are in Tema West, you will see that the first place that I decided to mount an astroturf is in Committee 2, Mexico. And today, a lot of our boys, other youth, are finding some kind of purpose for this center. Then also, if you cast your mind back, you are again in Committee 2, you see that on a yearly basis, there's this musical concert that we organize in Tema West, Committee 2, same area. In fact, my idea when I started in 2017 was to ensure that we come up with new talents, freshers, new people who would want to get into the music industry or the artist industry. I remember the first one we did in Agri Road Park. I insisted that the first 4 or 5 hours only new artists should be entertained, for them to come out with their creative or innovative prowess and also come out and shine. I did this for my youth. Then again, people who were into cinema. I recall that a lady who has a shop, about 2 shops next to the Committee 2 MPP office, she sells water and drinks and so on, wanted to go into film the film industry. I got her into a producer's camp, and today she doesn't even sit at the shop. She's always in Kumasi or somewhere. So why am I coming through all this? It is important to applaud people when you are able to harness their own potential where he is. And that is why he's done something very great that we shouldn't toy with. I don't think it's going to end here. I told him when he came to my house that this should not be a 9-day wonder. Continue where you've left off, follow your dream, ensure that you're going to be a serial writer, and make sure that this becomes a passion which you can transfer to other youth. I had a few glances through this book of his, and indeed, it's a life story that I think everybody should share, everybody should read and have some kind of experience in. Just like he said, everybody has a story. Everyone here seated has a story. But great men live to tell their stories. If we should give everybody a mic to start telling their story from the beginning, where they started from, I'm not sure we will end before living here. But it is not just enough standing before people and telling your story. But where has your story ended? Where did it take you? Or where you aspire to, as it were, end that story? Maybe I had a worse beginning than him. But it's not okay for me to stand here and go around it. I started life very, very worrying. Especially when my father had to fall down at a point, and he had stroke for about 1/3 of the life that he lived in this world, more than 23 years. He had stroke. My mom had been pampered because as a housewife, my dad was an accountant and was bringing more money. So she didn't know how to work. If you give her money to work, the money will burn. So you can just imagine when his husband fell down, it became a problem for everybody. I can go on and on, but today is not about me, today is about Mr. Plange. He has showcased what our youth can do. He has showcased that a potential that is imbibed in anybody, each and every one of us here, if you harness this very potential, it can work for you. I hope and pray that where he grew up from, Community 2, my youth there would have a proper look at his life or what he has done for himself and come out with what they think they also have in them for us to support them. It will be my wish to ask and will support any youth that has any talent which he thinks he needs to develop. Just this January, I sat down with the Director of Education in Tema West, and I said, let us start developing a program called Talented Kids Tema West, and see if within our children, our babies in school, we can find some hidden talents in some of these kids even before they grow. Because when you're able to harness that potential at that age, it stays with them forever. This program is going to be rolled out very soon. There's so many things. As a member of parliament, I planned for the constituency. But just like I said, many people come and they want work right now to get salary tomorrow. And when the salary is not enough, it rather turns against you as a member of parliament and becomes problematic for you. Another thing that I have come across in politics, if 5 friends work together and you're able to give 2 work, the 3 who don't have work are not your friends anymore. They will certainly also put a punishment or that kind of problem that we see in the kind of work we do. So there's so many facets of this adventure that if we all want to put our mind to it, we realize that it sums up to only one point. That people have to go back within themselves and come out with what they think they can do best for others to support them. I am prepared to support any person in this capacity or in this situation to do what they do best for us to move ahead. That is why I'm happy with Mr. Plange. From the beginning to the end of the book that he's written surmises people's suffering in this world and how they end up. But all I want to tell him is, he is not there yet. For me, his life has just started. So don't get too much comfortable. Just say to yourself that your life has just begun, and you're going to make sure that you reach that highest of heights to, pull you through. Who thought that somebody from College 2 BBC, who thought that somebody who attended Chimu Secondary School, for example, if there are these schools and Achimoters are speaking English, yes, Achimot have won a backup for education, another one is it. But this is a Chimu person who has shown that he can also do something that Achimotans do or the Pabutrians do. My brother, you will go very, very far. So I like to, on this note, buy the first book to support you in whatever endeavors you have planned around this venture. I see that you're already on Amazon, and there, of course, you are going to be famous very soon. But myself, even though I've spoken to you already, you came home, I was, very fatherly to you. I buy the first book for 2,000 Ghana cedis. I would also say that beyond all this, if there's anything that you think you and me have to discuss, if there's any assistance that you think that I can play any role, talk to me and we'll see how it goes. Before I end, don't forget that they say behind every successful man, okay, so never leave them behind. Sometimes it happens, just as you are climbing up, you might feel that you have given yourself too much gap and the person below is too low, so you want to look elsewhere. Now I will all come after you. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Honorable, please, this is your package, and then you didn't just get a book, but then you have another surprise for you. Maybe it will not fit, but then you put it in a glass fast, and then you will then enjoy it. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your audience, the patience, your time. Honorable, let me do glue. Honorable spoon, there was no shiny on it. Whoever buys this one has shiny on it. When you open it, it's a whole packet. Please clap for me. We are starting our auction. Honorable just purchased the first book for 2,000 Ghana cedis. 2,000 Ghana cedis. This is 20 million. 20 million. Who is going to beat Honorable to this? 20 million. 20 million. 20 million. Was what she expects. Men just said the only star. You are the farmer. 20 million. 20 million. 20 million. 2,000 Ghana cedis. You have a shiny box. There's a special package attached to it. See here, 2010 Ghana cedis. What you say 2010? Oh, mobile money. Transaction I 1%. 2010 Ghana cedis. Please, you are waiting. You scanning by so you call. See here, as what you out here, remember teacher, maybe your commission, Mr. 2,050 Ghana cedis. What the money on the Zoom? 2,000. Please, I need an usher here. 2010 Ghana cedis. 2010 Ghana cedis. Just to beat Honorable to it. Doom laptop, no one patrol. As what I said, they're making a motion laptop. 2010 Ghana cedis. If you can make it 2050, we appreciate. 2001, we appreciate. 2010 Ghana cedis, just to beat honorable to this. We are still waiting. We do see ourselves so long. I said, we'll be here. And one, 2010 Ghana cedis. Come in. See ya. I beg come in. Yeah, come. Who you want, I will give us 2010 Ghana cedis for you. Just point, the person will pay. We don't go, even if you go one year, you will take out. Just to support the worthy cause. Think about it. You will be proud to say, I have a friend who has written a book and has gone to the Caribbean to win an award out of the book he wrote, 2010 Ghana cedis. 2000, and the way people they love it, maybe share the 2010. You pay 1,000, you will pay 2010. And one text me, make I watch my photo. Oh, man, the money will come. Euros. Oh, school for that. Oh, 2010. This one you buy or you meet honorable. The package with the inside is worth more than 2010. But just to beat honorable to his bid, let's do it. Mr. Plange is in. Don't disappoint him. Mr. Plange, who do you want to give this for 2010? Just select anyone. Just select anyone and give to the person. 2010. How the person pays you. It will be today, tomorrow, more money. And there should be an agreement. 2010. Just walk to someone. The person is paying for 2010. You are supposed to append your signature to the book for the person. 2010. Honorable paying 2,000 Ghana cedis for his. The person, this is too hard for you. Ivan. Jackie. Giovanni. Why is Giovanni? Giovanni, come. Giovanni, take this. Stand here. Why are you laughing? Giovanni, walk to anybody. Say, oh, uncle, auntie, you can give 2010 Ghana cedis to help my uncle. Ivan, go to the money bikes. Have you seen uncle wearing space? Go to him. Come back again. Let's start all over again. Thank you very much. You see, the laugh for kids is different from the laugh for brother. Brother, you be back for that. Please be giving 5 copies of the book. 5 copies of the book. First about it. 100 Ghana. Who is paying 100 Ghana? 100 Ghana. We have started from 100 Ghana. The first book. 100 Ghana. No. 100, we have 100 Ghana. Go in. 100 Ghana. Go in. No, wait. 105 Ghana. 200 Ghana cedis. 200 Ghana cedis. 200. Any challenger? 200. Any challenger? 300 Ghana cedis. We have 300 Ghana cedis. Any challenger? 300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. Should we settle on 300? Ivan, please go for your money. Ivan, go and take your money. Thank you very much, Uncle Yunus. Please clap for me. 300 Ghana cedis. Is 300 Ghana cedis our final bid? 300 Ghana cedis. Is that our final bid? 300 Ghana cedis. No. Keep your money. The ladies will take it. They are good with money. Don't trust me. Are we ended at 300? Do you want to go 400? 400, 300, 300 on 3, 300 on 3, 300 on 3. See, I won't go to 350. You won't go 350. 350, 350 Ghana cedis. 350. 350 Ghana cedis. 350. Are we adding on 350? 400, 400, 400, 360 has been overtaken. 400 Ghana cedis. Are we adding on 400? Hello, 400. Oh, try. Hetty, give me a figure. 410 Ghana cedis. 410. 410 Ghana cedis. 450. 500. Hey, tell you what did that man tell? 500 Ghana cedis. We have 500 Ghana cedis. Are we adding on 500? 500. You have something to say? 510. 501 person. 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis. Are we at 1,000 Ghana cedis? 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Hello, 1,000 Ghana cedis. What would do microphone? 1,000 Ghana cedis. Soon we end the 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,001 Ghana cedis. Who is doing this? Madam, are you giving us 1,100? Auntie Ivy. Oh, we visa was 7 years ago. Oh, my 2,000, madam. 1,001 Ghana cedis or 1,000 cedis. 1,100. See ya, 1,100. 1,000. Bed is at 1,000. That's enough. We are at 1,000. Who is challenging him? Any challenger? On 3, 2, 1. Our 10 copy was sold for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Please let's clap for him. Thank you. Wow, when they have this in this Russian, come to Our next book, we are starting with 50 Ghana cedis. Let's go up. 50. 100. Did you say 100? 100. 100. Who is challenging the 100? 200. We have 200. Who is challenging the 200? Who is challenging the 200? 200. Oh, you've given us money, you are going. Don't go. Challenge again. 200. Please. 200. 250. We need 250. Thank you. 250. 300. We are 300 now. We are 300. If you choose, we are 300. 300. 500. Who's giving 500? 500. We are 500. 500 for a fourth. There's a fourth copy, right? Fourth copy, 500. Are we settling on 500? Giovanni, should we take 500? 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis. Am I hearing 1,000? 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Who is selling here the 1,000 Ghana cedis? 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Hello? 1,000 Ghana cedis. On 3, 2, 1. We sold the fourth copy for a happy. I can make 100,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Please, clap for it. 1,000 Ghana cedis, please. 600 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much. Please give us away. Lower. Maybe 5,000 Ghana cedis will be down from the side. The next book, our fifth book, 100 Ghana cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. Who is giving her 100 Ghana cedis for this? 100 Ghana cedis. Who is challenging the 100? Who is challenging the 100? Who is challenging the 100? 200 Ghana cedis. We have 200 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. We have 300 Ghana cedis. Who is challenging the 300 Ghana cedis? 300 Ghana cedis. Oh boss, you promised us 600 some other time. You know we'll come here. That one be 1,000. So you move.
No, don't worry, still I did it.
So we need 300 Ghana cedis.
Okay, so me still 600.
600 Ghana cedis return back. 600. 600. Who is challenging us? 600. I'm giving up on you. 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis. Hello, Obako plantain chips. 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis. Audience are there. 600 Ghana cedis. Are you challenging? 650. 700. 700. 600 Ghana cedis going on 3, 2, 1. God. Please clap for him. We got a copy for 600 Ghana cedis. Why your Uber day, night, back and forth? Ultimate 1,000 and 1. This is going for another. We are starting at 100. 100 Ghana cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. 100 Ghana cedis. Akosia, say what you want to say. I'll listen. Akosia says 200 Ghana cedis. 200 Ghana cedis. Gifty, do you have something to say? Oh, transaction woman. How much are you paying for this? We are 200. Oh, give us a better offer and take it. Any offer, I'll take it. Give me an offer, I'll take it. 200 Ghana cedis. Are we settling at 200 Ghana cedis? 300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. We have 300 Ghana cedis. I know that's halfway, Jay. Your sister say borrow up 2,000, make you buy a book. He dey here. Hey. 300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. 300 Ghana cedis. Are we settling on 300? Should we? Boss, you want mention me figure? 500. 500. 2,000. 300 Ghana cedis going. 300 Ghana cedis going. Boss, make I come your side. Make I come your side. 300 Ghana cedis going on 3, 2, 1. She bought the next copy for 300 Ghana cedis. Please clap for her. Agosia, for this book, I'm not sharing it. But I bet you that here, Sunday born, I want to give it to you. 250 Ghana cedis. Would you pay or not? Oh, you accepted so early. Let's make it 300. Oh, let's make it 300. Let's make it 300. Oh, ask Ellis. Ellis will add the 50 to it. Ellis will add the 50 to 1. 50. So we go make 300. So the last of the first 5 is going for 300 Ghana cedis. Please clap for Akosia. Two. Okay. So 200 Ghana cedis. Blazer. Who buried him? I make a profile video. I won't talk. Oh, madam taking the money. Hello. Who is taking the money? Scan the room in China. Accountability be my best somewhere. 200 Ghana cedis. 200 Ghana cedis. I don't know how the two of you will do the 200 Ghana cedis. 200 Ghana cedis. Thank you very much for accepting. 200 Ghana cedis. Madam, where do you see our So the bullshit. 200 Ghana cedis. That's of what again. You didn't feel me. Do you want to? I want to the guy you say you want to own Monica 1,000. Hello. Please take this. I'll direct you to one fine gentleman. He's in suit with lapel, so they call it lapel here. I think I'm right. Please give it to him for 200 Ghana cedis for me. Thank you very much. And then the one seated by him, almost if you back, which almost to be kind good back. Lawani. So he's also paying 200 Ghana cedis. Please, I need copies. Yes, please. Senior, your head day down, it day up, whatever be the case, you pay 200 Ghana cedis for the book. Please. Hello, please come for his copy. All of a sudden, I'm higher. All of a sudden. One lady knows her spectacles. One lady no matter about 200 Ghana cedis. Esther, what I heard that but I have okay, we need the yeah. The 200 Ghana cedis on the 10. So we and media wine. Esther, did Chia. Hello. We be a dream here. And one in room two. And one. Then we'll do another month for. No why? It's he too okay. Now what if you back? What tell I'm not to be busy? What you back one? What did you show you? Left way. See ya. But in that system, 400 Ghana cedis. Oh, madam. We invite you to walk book now. I told you. Okay. But to you.
We sleep in the same room on the same bed.
We sleep in the same room on the same bed. A senator, over there. It is a sad that I'm going to pull on. Some of the same, but we took your command wife. It took our feet, we took your wife. A senator, we took your wife. Sometimes, what the crowd shall go to go and it took you now. Sana, who threw you around the say, and then they come with me. The social one, the bubble breathing. Okay, no, you, Mrs. Plange. Please, the vote of thanks need to come from you. So please, do as honor by giving us the vote of thanks. Please, let's start from here.
Thank you for gracing this occasion. It's been God since day one, and we are grateful how far He has brought us. And I want to thank everybody for making it possible, leaving your busy schedules and coming here to support us. We are very much grateful. We thank God for how far He has brought us, and thank everyone. Thank you all. And I pray that everything you've lost, may God replenish you. Amen. And there's more book coming out. We pray that you support us and continue to support us. My name is Mrs. Advisor Plange. Thank you all.
I want to give a hello. I want to give a free copy out, but I'm thinking. If you get the answer right here, you get it. What says chapter 9? Don't open your book. If you open your book, you will get it. Chapter 9. Chapter 9.
Thank you, my enemy.
You open the book, so it's out.
This is my note.
You open the book. It's out. Oh, Mubia Canada. What is the last but 3 chapter? Last but 3 chapter.
The forest.
Last. What did you say?
The forest.
Who? Voice it out.
The forest.
The forest is wrong.
Thank you.
Chapter 9 is thank you, my enemies. The last but 3. The last but 3. Oh, the other way to book my head in terms of. Oh, I don't sound like I don't sound like I said. The last but 3 chapter. Trust your intuitions is wrong. The hard truth. Chapter 14 of the book. I'll give you one go out. Page 5. Giving a glance in the book. Page 5. Speaks about his educational background in tertiary. What year?
2008.
Oh, who told you are part of it? Who told you are part of it? Who told you about? I know you are from you CC what?
2008.
Yeah, 2009. He was specific in the book's page 5. Open your page, you see 2009. He had a sister by name Jackie. They had a pet's name. What is the pet's name? Jackie. My mind day for you. Your sister will sing that song. My mind day for you. Pet's name. They have a pet's name. Oh, for let's see if we get it. True. She is my oh, for let's see if we get it more straight and I give you. She is my hey, should I take the book away? First 2 lines of the book had food mentioned. If they can give me 2 of the food that was mentioned, you are good to go. First two lines of the book. Child. Wrong. Hey, you can't get watching, just affiliate with your love. Hey. Oh, you are not getting it, then it seems I'll take. The answer is actually jollof rice, but then you can't get watching, then just Esther, you can't do that. Let me take my book away. Please, where's Mr. Plange?
Say, the day you are for obligation, I will be a cost of paper. That's not counting the cost of raining. I'm going to be on to you. When you're getting answer, we need your domain. I am on your home. Can you hear the Penisa go be a baby? I am the time. To now, we go home. Only good will be our happy hour. Amen.
Bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. I
Nobody special pass. My sister, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, no be by power, oh, no be by sense, yo. Nobody special pass. Shebi na God will bless Maya. Seven God nine lift me higher. Nobody believe say could go blow higher. We know the tire, and the work we they do will bring the